Well, this is a piece about thinking or the lack of thinking. Those of you that survived Catholic school will be familiar with that. This goes back in history farther than Phil's. We're looking at the Catholic Church and the aristocracy. You remember what happened to Galileo? There's a parallelism regarding the same degree of willful reactionary ignorance. Then we had early Trumpism. The popes, the College of Cardinals, very much like the Republican Senate, and the 1% and the climate deniers. So starts off with the early thoughts about gravity and heliocentrism. Not surprisingly, it's called climate change. No chance, they said, that the earth was moving, turning. Or else wouldn't everything be flung into the ethers, torn to pieces? Wouldn't clouds be ripped from the sky as the earth rotated past? And though Copernicus proved the sun was at the center and plants rotated around it, the approved and authorized thought, like a body at rest, resisted change. A lot of it still about. Giordano Bruno saw other worlds spinning out there and went to the fires for his New Age beliefs. His statue stands in the Campo de Fiori in Rome, on the spot where he was burned by the Inquisition, the last one publicly punished for opposition to authority, there where nothing in that dim firmament has moved much since. Push your market projections along, but only a little outside of 4% of the universe is matter. Atoms reconditioned to make us up, and in informed quarters, 5 will get you 10 that everything's the result of a dazzling cosmic crapshoot. A cloud now little more than a cup of ashes spilled across the miserable skies, despite the predictions of the focus group. But as unlikely a shore as this is, every bit of luck, good or bad, washes up here, though we refuse to hold ourselves to account as some rest poolside with a mojito, expecting to arrive at a resolution beyond the carbon-filled skies. And if, as every CEO believes on Sunday, God set each and every particle pinballing about, ordered the initial public offering with derivatives, promised downstream, how improvident is it then not to prize the earth above all else, even if we did walk out of the sea one day on our own industrious fins with all the applied forces of desire? The impetus to breathe the blue compounds of oxygen just recently rolling in from the deckled edge of space. The dead stars continue to reach us with their blank checks of light, as substantial as every rationalization for a gross national product, outsourcing, and the foreign trade wars corporate think tanks cook up, despite the primary exports of Panama, Ecuador, or Brazil. Every news cycle says it all revolves around us. The oceans spin in place beneath a drift net of debris, polystyrene, plastic bottles, nylon rope, brown sea foam, gray moonlight. The stardust of my brain soon to be lost in the increasing heat with the rising tide line of ignorance.